Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. As you can see, that's the new Lamborghini Revuelto, and if you wanted one with that kind of money, too darn bad, because the order book is full up to 2026. So just as well I don't have that kind of money myself, but that's the Lamborghini I'd have instead of the one on last week's wallpaper on the screen. As you can see by the scope there for air induction, they've taken inspiration from several of the other supercars on the market that also have that feature. In case you're wondering what that is, that's just me skiing history. I'm at Chill Factor. I'm on level 6 lessons on the 18th, and I'm going to glide and slide on the 16th to investigate and recommend what sort of skis I need. I've got my own boots now, my new boots. I'll show you them at the end of the video, but I want a pair of skis now to go with them to practice on after the lessons are finished, and it's just practice and more practice on my technique. Anyway, enough about that. As you know, the YouTube videos have been showing lots of women complaining on TikTok that they just regretted being divorced, and some of them within a day, but they still went ahead and divorced their husband who they were married to for several years, and in some cases they've got children with him. So I've been looking around to see where I can find in supporting of those videos and see where they're coming from, and I found this. As you can see, it's called SAS for Women, Support and Solutions for Thriving Beyond Divorce. Now, it's not a news site, it's more a generic information site for women, by women, because this was written by a lady called Nicole Noonan, and the date it gives, it says the coronavirus pandemic rages the world, so you could say it's 2021-2022 when this article information page was written. As it says, divorce is expensive, which of course is an emotional toll, is also a heavy financial toll for which many people are not prepared, even in the best circumstances. Divorce is difficult and costly, and while help is out there when you're looking for it, if you want advice for women wearing your particular set of shoes, and then what your options for funding a divorce. Now, I can't help but wonder if all these women on TikTok that were recently married and now divorced and are crying about it have been looking at this particular website, and it's given them an idea to divorce, so they were planning it long before they actually filed for divorce. And it goes, divorce funding is one such option. Many couples want spouse and easier access to their combined wealth. The moneyed spouse, which would be the man, will often cut off access to funds by the non-moneyed spouse entirely. A court order will freeze assets or assets that are not liquid, i.e. cash. Divorce funding provides a cash advance for clients' potential settlement from legal fees, expert costs and living expenses. It levels the playing field. So as I said, have these women seen this article? If not, have friends of them seen it and told them about it, i.e. women that are divorced or single and the same age? Clients may not have the liquidity to start divorce proceedings and simultaneously afford living expenses such as mortgage payments, school tuition and other personal costs during the proceedings. And then, should you lack for funds to hire a proper divorce lawyer, divorce funding again, whoops, could be an option. Divorce funding gives qualified spouses lines of credit while they work towards a divorce settlement. And then alternative to court and credit cards, home mortgage, and other insights. Now, all this is connected with this site. That's red because I had a look at it earlier. So just open that up. how to help a friend through a divorce in 18 loyal ways. In other words, a single woman convincing a married woman of the same age that she should divorce her husband. And then we got the cheating wife phenomenon. I also had a look at that. There's one or two interesting things on that. Notice they just have a hot woman, even though she's got an armful of tattoos, which means she's got a spontaneous and flaky personality, impulsive. Globally, Alison members nearly match the number of married couples in the United States. The women make up half the numbers of the cheating app. Unfortunately, a third of the world's largest continent, half of them are wives. 60 million. This bit. There are 30 million women across the world are looking for sex with someone other than their husbands, i.e. unfaithful women. In one site, their numbers don't include the people on dating sites. They estimated 1 in 6 whose numbers and the topic cheating wife netting 5,400 hits a month on search engines and divorce sites. Bugger off. And then it's $1 billion industry over 6 years ago. So there's plenty of money involved in cheating industry and divorce industry. The cheating wife and gender gap. Anyway, you can read that yourself. Hate those pop-ups. And back to there. How to help a friend through divorce in 18 loyal ways. If you click on that, come on. It's okay to be wherever. Ask, don't tell. Don't make her wrong. Not a fail, it's reroute. Patience. All advice from women to divorce a husband that they promise to stay faithful to. Of course, men cheat as well, but men don't have these kind of websites that's to give them advice on what to do if they're thinking about divorce. Now, if you got no money, there's another site called LegalZoom, how to get a divorce with no money. If you're in a difficult financial situation, it's possible to get a divorce without paying a dime. And now this was written by another woman, this lady, Brett Sember, JD. I don't know what that means. Could be a judge district in America. And we go down. Divorce can be expensive if you plan on representing yourself. Court divorce fees alone can cost several $100s. You may be wondering how to get a divorce with no money. Fortunately, it is possible to get a divorce without any court fees if you are in a difficult financial situation. And then divorce fee waivers for indignants, obtaining divorce forms, providing financial proof. It could be means tested. That's what they call it over here in Britain. File for fee waiver, next steps, legal aid, divorce help. As you can see, plenty of information for women that want to get rid of their husband and go back into the dating site. A lot of Americans have found this in USA Today. More Americans... Hey, up. Something's going on in Philadelphia. Don't know. More Americans are splitting after 50 financial planning tips for a great divorce. Fox News 29. I don't know when this was done. I don't see a wedding ring on his hand. And I don't see a wedding ring on her hand either. So they either have to take the wedding ring off or neither of those two are married. Anyway. As it said, sorry about that, people. The divorce rate has doubled since 1990 for Americans over 55 years of age. For couples over 65, the rate has tripled. In financial terms, few grey divorces are better off. and it goes yada yada about it. Great divorce rising refers to rising divorce rates among older adults. Few marriages last. My mum and dad's marriage lasted just short of 70 years, and both my two older brothers, they've been married for well over 50 years now. Just 7.7% of all current marriages in America have reached the 50-year mark. And then this bit was interesting. A man can expect his standard of living to decline by 21% after a great divorce, according to research by Brown and her colleagues. A woman's standard of living will plunge by 45%. Both partners see their wealth decline by half. But if a man doesn't bother getting married at all, then his standard of living still stands at 100%. Women seem more likely to initiate a grey divorce. Now I wonder why a woman in a long-term marriage that decided to get divorced, Brown said, and women tend to fare worse after their partings. Well, why do it anyway? Women, as usual, women are likely to take custody of the children along with their costs. Women who divorce after 50 tend to have less work experience than their partners, which means less potential for future earnings. And then they go on TikTok and cry about it. And then we go from some case studies. Michelle Crum, she had to give half of her, again, 401k to him. I have no idea what that is. She's 50. She was a high-level executive. Her husband was a stay-at-home dad. So why did she marry him? And then tales of woe. The client tends to send her daughter to a private institution. Crum counseled her instead of going public. Flagship University charges $35,500 a year in state tuition. Must be a Ivy League university. And tales of woe and yada yada yada. And that's the article. Now, after these 50-year-old divorces, women divorce, they prudently go on the dating site and see if they can find another guy. So looking around, just finish it off, I found this. Date my age. This is, if a guy looking for women, probability of this match 93%, 35 to 80. Post-wall, post-wall, post-wall. Let's have a play around with it. I'm a high-value man. 6-figure, 7-figure salary. I'm not 6 foot, but I got a 6-7-figure salary. So, 25 years old. No, that's a lower age. 18 to 25. Number of potential partners, 4,003,000. It was 11 million. Was it 11 million before? Something both you love. Reading books. Music, concerts. Traveling. Nature. Nice girl. When is your birthday? It's Christmas Day. Yes, I was a Christmas baby. December and 1956. That's when I was born. Give your name. Christopher Edmondson. Get rid of that. Next. Your match score is very strong, verify your view. And even though I'm 67 with a 6-7-figure salary, there's 1,279,565 matches for me. So this shows how many women out there are wanting a high value man. But anyway, there's plenty of advice for women if they wanted to divorce, both financial and information. And even if a woman's got no money, she can get loads of information and financial assistance. And lots of American women over 50 years old are divorcing their husband that they promised to stay faithful to during their marriage vows, and they jump on the bandwagon, but with sites like this, and it's not gonna get any better because we got 2030 creeping along. Anyway, I just thought I'd just finish off, let you know about those boots. Solomon boots I got. Skill level, the intermediate boots, and I got them. They were $370, but the sales are on now, so $259 plus value added tax that we pay over here for any purchases. That's 17.5%, which is a little over 300 quid I paid for them. But those are the boots. Whoops, a few left. The intermediate all mountain boots, but a narrow width, because I've only got small narrow feet. The back. Solomon do a beginner boot, similar, 90 flex. Come on. But it's a wide foot. It'd be comfortable, but my feet would be sliding around inside them, and that's no good to me. That's what the problem is with the rental boots at Chill Factor, and I was thinking about getting these, but the boot fitter at the Snow Plus Rock next to Chill Factor, he got me the other one because, again, a wide foot, and these I might soon out-ski those if I had a wide foot, so I've got those other ones instead, and they should last me. And back to that. But anyway, the advice for women if you want a divorce is on this site, but there's nothing like this available for men, so women wonder why guys don't want to go down the marriage route, because they've seen what happens to their friends and colleagues that do get divorced. Anyway, I'm thinking way past the 20-minute mark now, so that's it for this one, people. You know the routine. Until next Monday, that's it. Bye-bye.